Quick thing on the San Jose Vancouver game.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you a couple numbers.
Okay.
10. It's the amount of goals that Vancouver scored against San Jose. 10 is also the number of goals San Jose has scored this year.
Oh my God. Mackenzie Blackwood has gotten 8 goals in support all season.
Here's another number for you guys. 6. What's 6? What do you guys think?
The number after it is 9.
No.
High five.
Well, there's also that. Hey. All right. What do you think? What's 6? Why is 6 relevant? Take a wild stab.
It's not the amount of wins they have or points in the standings.
Goals in the first?
That's a good guess. Yeah. It's a really good guess.
Goals in the second.
Also a good guess. Also possible.
Yeah.
6.
We could both be right. Pretty close to it.
6 is the amount of 5-on-5 goals that Canucks scored last night.
Wow.
Also the amount of 5-on-5 goals the Sharks have scored this year.
Wow.
TSN asked the question, and I think it's worth repeating the question. Is this the worst team this century?
No.
What, like
Oh,
century as in since
2000?
2000? Ooh. Oh, the Thrashers had some real bad teams.
2000.
They have, put it this way, it's not an immediate no. It's not an immediate
It can't be an immediate no. You can't. You haven't won yet.
The Capitals teams that tanked for Ovi, the Penguins teams that also did and ended up getting Crosby.
And Malkin. And
Malkin.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, fucking everybody. Those were really, 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 really bad teams. There was one Atlanta Thrashers team in particular that was disgraceful.
The 99-2000 Atlanta Thrashers went 14-57-7-4. They had 39 points.
Good Lord.
That's got to be.
I guess they count.
bad team.
They count as this century or last century? Because I feel like their season started in the last century.
99-2000. Yeah, I guess.
The Leafs, the year they finished last, had 30 more points than that team. Holy shit.
Yeah, man, the Penguins are bad for a long time, Because they got Marc-Andre Fleury, Malkin, Crosby, and Letang in consecutive years.
Oh yeah,
and all in the top 5.
The lockout also helped.
Oh, right, because they won the lockout lottery.
Yeah, so like they didn't even need to be bad that year.
Who led the 99-2000 Atlanta Thrashers in goals?
Ray Ferraro.
I think it was Ray Ferraro.
Andrew Burnett.
Oh, Andrew
Man,
Burnett.
expansion king Andrew Burnett.
How many goals?
25.
22.
23.
Oh!
Andrew Burnett also led them in points. How many did he have?
He's like a 65-point guy.
52.
Adam?
I say 60.
So that's it's 50.
Oh my God.
Ray Ferraro was
Whoa.
second on the team with 44 points and 19 goals.
How many games?
81.
Oh, sorry, Ray. Tried to help you out there. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, 14 wins. But like, okay, so how many games have they played? 10?
Mm-hmm.
So now they need 14 wins in their next 72 games. Ugh.
Can they do it? That's roughly 2 wins every 10 games.
By the way, I figured out why I hated the Ducks so much at the beginning of this season.
What is it?
Because it was a little bit of recency bias.
Mm-hmm.
They finished the season last year, their final 13 games, 0-11-2.
Jesus.
They were shit. So maybe it shouldn't be surprising that they're pretty good right now because they have better players and they're actually trying.
Funny how that works.
So like that, you need to be about as bad as the Ducks were to end last season all year. All year. And I got to tell you, Leaf fans are not the only pessimists in this league.
Who else?
I have been watching Penguins fans scared to play the Sharks on Saturday.
They're right.
For over a week.
They're right. The Penguins, I don't think the Penguins are good, guys.
I honestly...
They're certainly not good yet.
Honestly, no one's going to like to hear this. Penguins lose that game, I think Mike Sullivan might get gassed.
Oh, I don't think that's a hard one. I think that's a good take.
Now, here's what I was going to ask. It's super unfair to the guy, but when does David Quinn get gassed? At what point do you fire the coach because you got to do something? You just got to do something.
No.
I know he's not the reason they're losing, but like...
What do you want? Like
a watchable product.
That's not
poor
their goal.
Kid That poor kid.
No, you can't.
Did you
you
see
can't.
that kid? The kid who had the sign that said, "My first Sharks game."
No, I have
Oh,
no
yeah.
And you look down and the score bug says 8-0.
I didn't see that. No.
And it got worse. It got worse after that photo was taken.
Yeah, no,
I
you can't
tweeted-
fire David.
Yeah.
Quinn because
What does that serve?
it just makes a
Nothing,
bad
but,
situation
like-
worse.
yeah. No, you're not gonna do that.
No, it's like why Dallas Eakins made it through the whole year with Anaheim, and they played an unstructured mess of a game.
Yeah.
last
You
year.
fire teams when the head coach is performing below expectations. This is
Still below expectations.
This is the expectation. Don't win a game.
Man, no, dude. The last place team, for the last like quarter century. Well, okay, maybe not quarter century. We just talked about the Thrashers. For the last like 15 years, has won like at least 20 games. How much? Can you look this up? How much did would have been the 14-15 Sabres win? They were disgraceful, that team. They were going for McDavid, ended up with Eichel.
And they were really upset about it.
They were really upset about it publicly, which I'm sure Eichel loved.
They were 23-51-8.
That disgrace of a team won 23 games. What about the
New York Islanders of 2001? They are amongst the lowest teams ever in the last 20 years. They went 21-51-7-3 for 52 points.
Mike Milbury needs to be studied by science. Like that's
I don't know how you keep a job that long.
he was GM in the Island for so long.
Yeah.
And the damage was near irreparable.
Generational damage.
Generational damage.
Yeah. He
Decades to recover.
Yeah, I don't know how you. Although I guess I do, because all you need is the person above you to like you.
Why? If someone regularly lit my money on fire, I might not enjoy their presence.
I don't know. Sometimes people have so much money they don't necessarily look at it like that, right? It's like, I mean, you have to. The Islanders are like, I wish ESPN would do a 30 for 30 on the Islanders during that time, and it wasn't just him; it's Garth Snow as well, right? Like
He wasn't great either.
He was, yeah, and they had a great relationship with the owner, and the owner was loyal.
Scarf Snow.
He's like a bad version of Jerry Buss.
Jerry
Buss was super, super loyal to his people. What was his name? Robert something, the owner of the Islanders at that time. Super loyal to his people. And they never performed.
If you want to see the most illegal goalie equipment that has ever existed, go just type in Garth Snow shoulder pads.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Who led the 14-15 Sabres in goals?
Matt Molson.
Oh, good guess.
And I think he had, I don't know why they signed him, or did they sign him the next year? No, they were bad and they signed him from the Islanders, and it didn't make any sense.
P.A. Parento.
That's a good guess.
P.A. Parento.
Was he on the team?
No.
Aaron Ovechkin.
He wasn't on the team.
Oh, I thought he was.
Was Molson on the team?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Matt Molson. I didn't understand that signing.
Was Vanek on the team?
No.
He was traded the year before.
Like, it's a task that Adam was even able to name. Okposo.
Was not on the team yet. He didn't sign till
Fuck.
last year.
Nikita Zadorov at 19 was on that team.
Oh,
Played 60
holy.
games. Yeah.
I thought you said
No.
Zadorov had 19 goals.
Naming somebody who didn't do it, but
I was like, geez, he should have won the North.
there's some names. I got to give it to you when we're done this. What's your guess, Steve? Just submit something.
I know, I can't think.
You're going to be wrong.
Ryan O'Reilly.
No, I don't even think he was on the team.
Son of a bitch.
The leading goal scorer of that team was Tyler Ennis.
Tyler Ennis.
Yeah, and he was also the leading point getter. Adam, your guess of Matt Molson, he had 13 goals. He was third place on the team.
He was nothing after he left Tavares.
Yeah.
No offense to Matt Molson, but man, what a bad contract.
Some of the names on the 14-15 Buffalo Sabres. Nikita Zadorov, as I mentioned.
Okay. Yeah.
Sam Reinhart, 19-year-old, played 9 games. Joel Armia, 21-year-old, played 1 game.
Wow.
Zegmis was their second leading goal scorer.
Zemgus Girgensons.
Yes. 15 goals. Brian Gionta, Chris Stewart, Marcus Foligno, Rasmus Ristolainen.
There's actually some guys who have had pretty good careers.
Tyler Myers, there's some actual
Was
names.
Evander Kane on that team, or was he already in
No.
Winnipeg?
No, he wasn't there yet.
Mark Pissick.
Or sorry, it was in Winnipeg.
He was in Winnipeg.
Mark Pissick.
Mark Pissick, who was an analytics darling.
when he played D.
Yeah, because he played both, didn't he?
Then he famously scored a hat trick against the Leafs when it was Florida made him a forward like one game.
Nick Delorier.
Oh,
There's a collection.
He had a
of
good career.
I was shocked looking back. Like there's a collection of NHL players.
Hold on, Jesse, hide it from Steve. Let's see if Steve can guess 2 of the goaltenders that played that year.
Oh, that's a good one.
Chad Johnson. Because I remember there was a really awkward interview with TSN.
Why?
So they were talking about him on air because they had just acquired, I think it was Yaroslav Halak, who they then traded. But whatever it was, the goalie they had was not bad enough. So they...
Because they weren't losing enough games.
Yeah, they traded him. I think it was Halak. And they got Chad Johnson. They were talking about how bad he is. And then they brought him on air and he heard it.
I hope that clip is still out there.
If I remember it correctly.
Oh,
Okay, what's your other guess?
Kind of awkward.
Chad Johnson.
Chad Johnson and...
Yaro Halak?
Yaro Halak, yeah.
For all that stuff you did about Chad Johnson, he didn't play for this team.
What?
Different year. Who was it?
Are you serious?
Jonas Enroth.
Oh my God, former Leaf.
Michael Neuwirth.
Neuwirth, yes.
Anders Lindback.
Yeah.
Andre
Makarov?
Makarov and Matt
I
Hackett.
remember Matt Hackett.
Like, I don't
Man.
know the Halak thing didn't happen. The Chad Johnson didn't happen this year. I assume you're just misremembering what year it happened.
Man, Jonas Enroth lasted like 6 games with the Leafs, and Babs like, get out of here.
Yeah.
I remember being excited about him being signed as a backup too. I guess I was wrong.
I'm like so mad.
Makarov played, what is it? It looks 1 game, 1 loss. And I thought the save percentage was perfect. He had 3 goals against not good.
I'm looking at Cody Hodgson's name there. That's a guy I always used to draft in like NHL 11.
Yeah.
He was such a solid game. He would absolutely always hit a 90.
Okay, so I was a year off with Chad Johnson, and I got his role wrong. He was actually the goalie they had to get rid of because he was too friggin' good.
Oh.
He played 45 games in 15-16, threw up a 920
Yeah, they wouldn't have liked that.
after an 889 in 19 games the season before.
Steve, I'm
Yeah.
going to say it. Your brain only works for Leafs things.
It must.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I still want to see that interview.